Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay. Um, Republican Representative Ken Buck of Colorado. He is retiring at the end of this term. He's in District 4 of Colorado, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the district that Lauren Boebert, she's leaving District 3 to go to District 4. If I've got the districts right, I could have them swapped. Forgive me if I do. But Lauren Boebert's leaving her district to go to Buck's district because Buck's district is more conservative. And Buck was going to he was going to run for re-election. Well, in a kind of a surprise move, he quit. He resigned his position effective next Friday. What does that mean? Well, it means that there's going to now be a special election to fill his seat for the rest of the term. Okay? It also means that the Republicans are going to be down another person, and they're only going to have 218 seats versus 213 for the Democrats and 3 vacancies. So there's going to be another, that's adding to the vacancies there. What also this does is that this creates an opportunity for somebody who's currently running for this seat in the general election in November to be an incumbent going into that general election. Now, Lauren Boebert is currently a House member in a different district. If she wants to run to be considered the replacement for Buck in his district, she has to resign her position in the House to run for this position in the special election. So she would end up leaving Congress to run for a different seat in Congress. There's no guarantee she's going to win. So he's kind of forcing her hand. So I want to sort of read on the energy of Buck's decision to leave and then on the impact on Lauren Boebert. Okay? Entertainment purposes only. Come on down. Let's see what we got. Energy around Ken Buck suddenly leaving Congress. Justice card. Yes, of course. I did this reading also with Marina. I'm going to get different cards here, but it's going to tell the same story, I'm pretty sure. Ken Buck was the third ranking member on the House Judiciary Committee. That's a powerful, it's not the ranking one or the second, but he's up there. He's third, the number 3 man of on the House Judiciary Committee. He was commenting that, oftentimes he doesn't get to ask questions during the judiciary meetings because I think Jim Jordan is the head of the judiciary, and all decorum and rules have gone out the window. It's a free-for-all. Fifth degree, it's a 5-alarm dumpster fire with the GOP and the judiciary when Jim Jordan's involved with it. And it's not the way things are done. It's not the way things were done in the past. And he's fed up. Basically, he feels ignored and disrespected. And this is all because he is not a MAGA person. He's a hardline conservative Republican. And the MAGA Freedom Caucus folks are at odds with the hardline conservatives. So they pay him no mind because he's not important. Only MAGA is important. So he's going to take a break. Why be in this party, in this 5-alarm dumpster fire of a Congress when I can go out and do other things? And the things he says he wants to do is set up the rules for how the Republicans select their candidates. So in some ways, he's leaving. It's going to be financially beneficial for him, but he's trying to leave so he can put his values into the selection process, because this is another way to get MAGA candidates out of the GOP, is to change the rules with which you select candidates. So you can basically rig the system against them. Now, he's saying he thinks the system is rigged now, and he might very well be right, but it's not rigged in their favor anymore, so he needs to rig it back into their favor. I may be a little bit cynical on that, but hey, call it like you see it. In the past is the Knight of Cups. I would not describe this guy as bipartisan by any stretch, but I think what it is he, again, this is the false knight. This is the fake friend. The decorum between MAGA/Freedom Caucus versus the hardliners, it's not there anymore. That unity, that friendship that they had going in, it's blown apart. Donald Trump has blown apart the Republican Party, just as Lindsey Graham said he would. In this case, he was going to retire at the end of the year and, may the best candidate win. But the disrespect he is feeling and his disdain for MAGA is causing him to do something a little petty, which is to get somebody elected prior to the general election in November. Incumbents historically have had an advantage when it comes to elections. So if he gets somebody in there with name recognition that is now the incumbent, it makes that person much more likely to be elected for that seat than, say, Lauren Boebert. Current situation is the world card. He's bringing to a close his work in the House of Representatives. This does not mean, that's just this chapter though, this does not mean he won't be back. But I think he's trying to seal off his connection with this current House. He may run for the House or the Senate again later, but he wants to disassociate himself with this House now, because with the trials that are coming up with the ex-president and his enablers, if this guy thinks those trials are going to go badly for the Republican Party, he doesn't want to be associated with it when the voters come a-calling for the House and Senate members that supported the Freedom Caucus and the MAGA movement. So he's ending his current position. Look at these major arcana here. Ending his major position, his current position, and he is going to work on selecting future candidates, trying to basically to detoxify the Republican Party. It's going to be a slow process. This is kind of like what Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger are also doing. They're disassociating themselves from the Republican Party, and they're trying to get rid of the toxicity so that they can reconstitute a conservative party that's not associated with MAGA. Yeah, and there's your agreements and contracts right there. He's doing something differently here. He's basically joining the new Republicans. And as an extra added bonus, it's giving the Democrats a little bit of a boost, which is really sticking it to Mike Johnson and the Freedom Caucus. The outcome is the Seven of Coins. Again, he's looking at what value he can bring to the Republican Party. And he's also doing it for his own benefit, too. I think he sees the poison fruit that the bush is bearing, and he's distancing himself from it for his own political advantages later on. Okay, Miss Boebert. Well, will Miss Boebert resign her position to run for this temporary position so that she could be the incumbent in Ken Buck's district come November? I should just say, what's the energy around this and then interpret it from there. But that's kind of the what's the energy around Lauren Boebert and this announcement, and how was that going to impact her decision? Let's see if we get some horses for movement versus some type of restriction cards. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Come on down. Lauren Boebert, energy around her with this announcement. 6 coins, charity. It's like, this doesn't help her. This doesn't help me. Him stepping down is helping other people. It's like this person's getting more than this person over here. This person has to wait their turn. 6 of coins. Yeah, I think she's looking at this like, this isn't helping me. Why couldn't you help me? I should be this next person. Oh, 9 of Cups. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. Couple of 9s. I think she looks at this as a way that he's helping other candidates, but she's also here really interesting. She's confident. I'm in this position already. I'm already in the House. I'm, a respected woman in the House of Representatives. And I've got a position, and I'm going to get this position too. I don't think she's going to go for this position. It could be. I mean, this could say, yeah, I can win that in a second. Let's see how the cards pan out. But I could also see it just simply being, I'm in a good position now, and I'm going to get this later, no matter what help you give these other people. Okay, in the past, you got the 4 of Swords, which is a 4, District 4. And there's the 3 Swords, lying low in her own district, getting ready to leave to that next district. Yeah, I think she feels like if she can get into this district, things are going to be a lot easier on her. She almost lost her her re-election bid. She was within, tens of votes or hundreds of votes of losing that position before her opponent conceded. Current situation is the Lover's card. Agreements, contracts, relationships. I don't think this has to do... I mean, there's a lot of drama going on in her family right now that she should be focusing on. We'll leave the Beetlejuice play out of this one. Not sure what to make of this because I'm trying to frame it. Okay, does that mean she's going to try and run for this seat? Does that mean she's going to stay where she's at? I'm thinking she's going to stay where she's at. I think she thinks she's the darling of the race. And despite what the poll numbers seem to be showing on this one, I don't think she's leaving her position. I don't think she is. We got the Chariot as the overarching energy, the slow grind forward. I think she's just going to be more worried about connecting with voters for November than worrying about running for this current position now. Chariot. So, the overarching energy is, this guy's leaving. We're going to just grind forward to the election. The energy around this, the lesson to be learned is, you messed with Mr. Buck and he said, F you. I'm going to throw a wrench in the works of the Freedom Caucus MAGA movement by resigning now. It makes it more likely that we're going to get an incumbent that's not her into that position, and that incumbent's going to get reelected. Outcome is the Page of Cups. The odd behaviors, odd relationships, odd decisions. I would consider it be an odd decision for her to resign her position to go for this one. I would consider that to be a really odd choice. Maybe she's seriously looking into it because she's a little delusional. Okay, no, she's the star. She's the star of her district. She's going to be the star of this district. I'm curious if she's going to actually give it a shot. It might be one of those things where it's like, I think she was in that straw poll. She was polling 5th out of like 7 candidates, and maybe she could look at this like, you know what? I don't really have a good chance in November. I can sneak in on this one right here and be the incumbent, and then I've got a great chance. She might try it. Let's see. Will she try it? Is she going to try and run in this special election? Will she resign her position to run in this special election? I mean, I wouldn't do it. Bird of the hand, you know? But I don't know what people are telling her. I don't know what the polling numbers look like. I don't know what her vibe or feel in Buck's district is. Do you go for the all or nothing thing now? Go for the Hail Mary now. Because maybe she doesn't feel like she can do it then. Or it's going to be difficult. It'd be way easier to do it now. You just have to win 2 elections. And this one could be an easy one to win because you're not facing the full field. But the risk that you take is you have to resign your position in order to do it. Ooh, betrayal, heartbreak. Don't do it. Basically, don't. If you're thinking about doing it, don't do it. The World card thing is coming to an end. Strength. The Hermit. Wow, look at those major arcana underneath there. Either way, it's not going to work out for her. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, there's your 3. That's the district she's leaving, right? Is she leaving District 4 and going to District 3? Does this story even say that? It really would help. I'm not seeing it here. Let me check. Okay, looked it up. Kenbuck is the 4th district, so she's leaving the safe confines. Here's your District 3, and this is her leaving District 3. Strength card, things coming to an end, and looking for things different. Planning ahead. Well, yeah, I mean, she's leaving District 3. I know that. Maybe she's actually thinking she might leave early. Play to a strength. She's leaving anyway, so she's going to be gone regardless, whether it's March or November, she's leaving. And if she doesn't win the special election, she's still on the ballot for November. She might look into it. She might very well look into it thinking, I got to make this play. If I make this play, I'm in a great position of strength here. I think she's considering it. Wow, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I absolutely would not do it. But then again, I guess I'm not a risk taker. Maybe she is. Maybe she is. Maybe this is her way to show her strength. I'm going to say tentatively, yeah, she's going to look into it. I think she's going to go for it. Okay. Well, then let's ask the next obvious question. If she goes for it, will she be elected as the representative for District 4? Not going to make it back to District 3, that's for sure. Will she successfully make it to District 4 with this special election? Who knows? Wait, that's how we're throwing cards, right? Beware of the soothsayers. That's not a great card. 8 of Swords. Restrictions. Tied. Either she's not allowed to run, or this could also be, do I really want to give up my position to do this? If she ran, this is not a great card. Sun card. World card. Oh, okay. Ace of Wands. 4 of Cups. And there's your 4 again. She's kind of in a pickle here. She's in a bind. She knows that her time in her District 3 is coming to an end. It's already been announced. And now we've got this new thing. The truth has been revealed here. But here's this strong Ace of Wands card. This is what makes me think she's going to actually try and do it. Again, it's like, you know what? I see an opening. I see an opportunity. I see a ray of light. This is, forgive me. This is God's way of letting me know I should run for this. Do the end around here. And she's going to go for it. But the voters in District 4, no, they're not real thrilled with her. They're not excited by her. if she were to look at polling, she would find out that she shouldn't do it. But she might do it anyways because of ego. When you've got the Ace of Wands there. You know, again, it could be a desperation move on her part. If she runs, she will not be elected in this special election. She will not be elected. And that's... her political career is over. Either it's going to be over in March if she resigns her current position and tries to run for the special election, or it's going to be over in November if she keeps her current position. She's not getting elected either way. Okay? We'll leave it at that. You won't have Lauren Boebert to kick around anymore. Marjorie Taylor Greene will probably have outlasted her, so that the mean middle school girl will beat out the mean high school girl. This Republican Party. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your likes, shares, comments, everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so my video makes it up to a wider audience. To folks just discovering this channel recently or for the first time, welcome. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.